napkin blew in my yard, probably in the shot the whole time. Get it together, Craig. Never mind that broken door. That's got to get fixed. I broke it on a really hot day. This old door here, you got to remember, my house is like 110 years old. I'm not saying the door's that old, but on a really hot day, this swelled really bad, and when I went to shut it, broke the window. So good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is for you. I hope you've been well. For me, it's just about 8 o'clock on a Saturday, and because of some interesting living situations, which I can't really get into quite yet, I really need to be on top of my watering here. And today I'm going to take you along. We're gonna go with zone 1, and zone 1's looking really good. We have had decent rain. Unfortunately, though, we've had really good volume. I'm talking like an inch plus per rain event. It's just come so fast that my concern is most of it is sheeting off. But that freedom that we dropped, ooh, that's working wonders. Let's look at the back. So it's been a little over a week since I put out the Freedom by Yard Mastery, and it is doing something nice. How are you? I am well. Definitely good color. Again, cutting around 4 inches here all season, and things are looking pretty good. It definitely needs cut again, but I'm gonna let it go. So the lawn is looking pretty decent all around. I'm really happy with the Freedom blend. There'll be a link in the description. That's the newest boutique offering from Alan and folks at Yard Mastery. Really happy with that. It's been about a week and a half since I put that down, so they say 14 days to really see the results, but I'm seeing them now. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a pretty clear domination line going on there. And as you can see in my neighbor's yard, things are starting to check out. This is a very low maintenance. It's cut weekly, but it's starting to check out for sure. Definitely starting to check out. But my yard is looking pretty good, I must say. Again, that's that Freedom blend. This is old school fescue. That's mostly what my lawn is, but it is looking real good. It's super thick, super lush. I mean, look at this down in this swell area. That is looking mighty fine. We're gonna go into zone 1. You can probably hear them rattling around in my pocket, and we're gonna test our watering. I'm also gonna put out Hydrotane. Now, I did use some Hydrotane last year, but I really didn't give it a good chance, so I want to use it again. We've got some days in the 90s coming up. We're going to put these out throughout the yard, and then we're going to see just how long it takes to get that inch of water, and it really might surprise you how long it takes to even get that ½ inch. As you can see, zone 1 is holding really well, but again, I can't be here to manage the irrigation like I would want to be, so we are going to put down the Hydrotane today. That goes down at 9 ounces per 1,000 on the initial application, and you must water that in. That is very important, because if it doesn't get down to the soil, it can't actually work. And if you don't know what Hydrotane is, Alan has some great videos on it. The science behind it's pretty neat, and this product has really blown up in popularity over the last, I don't know, this season, end of last season. So we're gonna put these out. We're gonna get the Hydrotane out, and I'm using something new to put the Hydrotane out, so we'll check that out in a second, but let me get these out. So you can get those little water catchers on Amazon, a 10-pack. They're really great. I like them better than tuna cans because I don't eat tuna, so there's never tuna cans around. So let me grab what I'm gonna be using to spray. It's a new product, even though I'm not the biggest fan of hose end sprayers. My cousin let me borrow his. I think this product just came out this season. Haven't seen a lot on it. Let me go grab that and we'll show you. So I'll roll in a couple clips of this, but this is new, I believe, on the market this year. I really just started seeing it this year. This is the Chapin wet and dry multi-purpose sprayer with 4-position spray pattern nozzle selector, automatically mixes liquid and granular concentrates with water. Fancy way of saying it's a hose end sprayer. Made by Chapin. If you're familiar with the orthos, this thing is definitely in quality a step above. Definitely just better construction for sure. The interesting thing about this one though is you can put granular in here, and I don't mean like granular like lawn fertilizer, but it, you know, a lot of potted plant granulars, things for ornamental beds, they come in a granular form for their fertilizer, so you can put that in this little strainer cup right here, and the siphoning tube goes right down the middle of it. I have no use for that, but it is an interesting feature. So you could use liquid or granular with this. Again, not like standard granular lawn fertilizer, that won't work likely. But it is an option if you're big into flowers and natural areas and bedded areas. It's got some nice adjusters on it. It's really interesting. Same concept as the ortho with the whole Dallin spray type adjustments. I'm not a big fan of this on the fly thing because you'll get breaks in the chain, and that's where you usually get your problems with clogging. And the cup is, I mean, I can't squeeze that, so it's durable plastic. So we're going to use this to get our Hydrotane out. And here I've got 1 gallon of Hydrotane. I've had this since last year. I just really never gave it the chance it probably deserves, but man, this stuff is blown up in popularity. I know Alan, the guys over at Yard Mastery, have trouble keeping this stuff in stock right now. There will be a link in the description for this, and when it works as advertised, it's kind of amazing what it does. If you don't know what Hydrotane does, and I'm not going to pretend to give you a science lesson on it, you can actually check out Alan's video up here that he did with the actual, I think, owners of Hydrotane. Long story short, what Hydrotane does, and again, I'm not a scientist, is when you put this out on your lawn and it gets down deep into the soil, it actually pulls moisture out of the air and out of the ground. So with Hydrotane, when you're doing first application, they recommend 9 ounces per 1,000. This is a 1,000 square foot area over here in zone 1, so that's what we're going to put into the orthos, 9 ounces. And then the big key with this is getting it watered in quickly. And that's why we're out here early in the morning, get this Hydrotane down, and we will water it in, and also take the time to see just how long it takes to water it in using my Melnor XT sprinkler. I mean, this is an awesome sprinkler for sure, and the way I set it up to get adequate coverage of this entire zone with one setup is pretty cool. Read you here what it says for applications of turf grass. General application rate is 9 ounces per 1,000 square feet, or 3 gallons per acre if you're going crazy. Spray or drench every 3 months, so 9 ounces per 1,000, and you get 3 months worth of efficacy in this. That's a pretty amazing thing. This is not going to replace irrigation, rainfall, or watering, but again, what it does is it takes available moisture out of the air, out of the soil, and it feeds it to that root zone. So you really need to make sure you water this in. It says on here to make sure it's watered in within 24 hours. You need at least a 1/10 inch of watering. So we got a little mama bird up there. We got like 5 babies in our one fern hanging basket, and just she's so distracting. It's so cool to see that. Anyway, so we're gonna put this out 9 ounces per 1,000, and then we'll get back to you. So after the initial 9 ounce application, if you would need to do another one, which I won't here, but if you have a long extended summer period, or you live, you know, in the transition zone, you might need to do more than one. 90 days will be sufficient to get me through 3 months. Geez, it's almost July, so July, August, and then you're into September. So 90 days, that's pretty good for me. But if you did need to go out and reapply, after that first 9 ounce per 1,000 application, you can back it down to 3 ounce. So pretty low use rates, so not bad. All right, well, we got it out, and I just can't do the hose end sprayers. They're finicky. They never just leave me satisfied. That's why I like the backpack sprayers and stuff, because I don't have leaks from my backpack sprayers. I don't have a lot of product left over. Now there's not a lot here, and this little bit that's left, I'm going to put this in my potted plants, which Hydrotane is good for as well. But it just always leaves me wanting more when it comes to these hose end sprayers. And look, I get it for the price. They may be great for you, but I just, every time a new one comes out, I'm just disappointed with them. The Blue Mule's nice. It's arguably over-constructed for lawn care, but at any rate, we got it out, so now we're gonna water. And just look at this spray pattern. So this is this tip right here, and I don't know how well you can tell. It's like a shower, and you would think like, oh boy, that would be really great. Look at that. That is a terrible spray pattern. Awful. It just comes out two ends, and then in the middle you've got this. It's just dumb. With the watering requirements, you'll hear anywhere from a ½ inch up to possibly 2 inches per week if you're not getting supplemented with rainfall. Today, just to see how long it takes, we're going to do 1 inch out of this, and the way I prop this up on that post up there, I can cover pretty adequately this whole area plus the parkway. So I'm going to get that set up. This has a timer on it, which is pretty nice. It's no supplement for rainfall, no human irrigation is, but we're going to see how long it takes to get 1 inch of water out on zone 1 here. Gotta turn the water on. So I got it set up on that pole, and we'll go up there, but you can watch, maybe you can see it. It's just right there, just kissing onto the sidewalk, actually coming up onto my porch a little bit. And it's getting a little bit of this parkway right here, and I'm running through it. Oh, yeah. So I got it set up on this pole, and it pretty much covers the entirety of zone 1 here. Yep, see, I'm standing about this far into the street, and it's just kissing me. You can see maybe on the bed of the truck, it's getting wet, and that's okay, it's a vehicle, but that's how I'm covering this weirdly shaped zone 1 with 1 sprinkler. So now we're gonna set the timer on that, and we're gonna see how long it takes to get 1 inch of water, and the result might surprise you. So it's been about 35 minutes now, and we're going to check on some of the watering points to see exactly how much water we've got in that 35-minute period. We're going to jump in here, and this one is probably getting some of the best coverage. Get out of the way so we don't get wet here. And in that 35 minutes, we've got less than a ½ inch of water. So that may be good for you if you're watering twice a week, ½ inch each time. That'll give you your inch for the week if there's no rainfall. But the problem is, and when I look at this, it's closer to a ¼ inch than a ½ inch. So again, about 35 minutes. So when you think about it, people that, oh, I water my grass for 15 minutes, you can see here with this illustration, and I bet this is one of the fuller ones, that 15 minutes, 20 minutes is not going to get you where you need to be. Now, is this better than nothing? Absolutely. And I understand we're all busy, but if you really want the best results, you're going to need to water more than 15 minutes once a week. So we're going to put this one back in the ground, keep it going, and we'll check some of the other ones. Check, getting wet. Check this one at the end of the coverage area here. And it's about the same. That's pretty impressive. So it looks like throughout the entire swath we are getting pretty good and even coverage. So here's one up in the middle of the hill, and this one is fuller. This one's much closer to a ½ inch, but still not a total full ½ inch. All that to say, we're 35 now, probably closer to 40 minutes into this watering, and we're still under a ½ inch. So I hope this is illustrating that 15-minute watering that we're doing once a week isn't really helping. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Where is that 5th one? Right there. Oh, is this it? Yeah. Oh, I hear fire whistles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we did check them all. So again, I've got this timer. Oh man, I'm getting crushed. I got the timer set. I got the timer set for 90 minutes. It's been about 40. So we'll come back and check in a little bit. Batteries out of my glove box. So hey, you heard me say I heard a bunch of fire whistles in that last clip. Right over back behind me, the next community over, we got a working fire in a pizza shop on the roof. Sounds pretty bad. I was a fireman for 14 years. My addiction unfortunately caused me to, well, I don't even blame my addiction. I caused me to lose that. Father God, I pray that all the first responders responding to that incident, the small business owners of that pizza shop, Lord, I just ask that you be with them, protect them, and comfort them. Lead them to you if they do not know you, Lord, and I ask that your will be done in that situation. It's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Hey, I am a Christian. I believe in sharing the faith openly, and you know, like I said, I was a fireman for 14 years. I know how devastating fires can be, especially when they affect small businesses. You know, that's somebody's livelihood burning right now, and I just pray that the Lord's will be done and everybody's safe there. Without the saving work of Jesus Christ, I would not be here right now to even show you these videos. The Lord rescued me from my addictive tendencies, and he's working every day to rescue me from my biggest addiction, which is myself. All right, so it's been about 90 minutes, but I gotta rush now because I got a date with the barber, and as you can see, it's desperately needed. So we ran about 90 minutes. We'll go down in the yard here and see what we ended up with. So we got about a ½ inch in that one, and I don't think that was a full 90 minutes. I feel like there should be like about 10 more minutes left in the cycle. I might have set the thing wrong. So we're a little over a ½ inch. I can see them now that I'm not trying to dodge the sprinkler soaking me. Again, about a ½ inch, so really uniform coverage. About a ½ inch again. So about a ½ inch, and that is according to the label sufficient for the Hydrotane. So we're gonna call that good. This one's a little under a ½ inch, so slightly under, but still happy with the still happy overall with the coverage of that Melnor oscillating sprinkler. So yeah, that's gonna pretty well do it. I'm gonna move that to the back and get a little irrigation on zone 3. We're gonna leave zone 1 the only Hydrotane applied part of the stand, and we'll compare and see how that works. Again, we got some 90-degree temperatures coming, so it'll be a really interesting experiment. I'm going to drag that into the back, and hey, I'm waiting on a few more things, but that big announcement, that applicator stuff, it's coming. So again, sorry for the poor audio at the end here, but I'm rushing because I need a haircut so bad. Damn, Speed Racer. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm really trying to get this channel off the ground, guys, so if this adds value, leave a comment, share it around. I'd really appreciate it. Got a lot more to come. Thank you for watching. This is The Pursuit of Growth.